It's windy and there are already multiple photos on Facebook, so if you don't mind, I shall do this allotment update from the safety of the shed. We can zoom in, so that's fine. Right, so the allotment is coming along very, very nicely indeed. If we look along this side, this is the worst side. Now, I have to clear this today. That's been cleared, that needs to be cleared. This is going to be the meadow area around here. The seeds for which you can see, or maybe you can't because it might be too dark, but they're all along there, just waiting to be planted. This down here is not brambles. This, in fact, is raspberry canes. What's happened is we've cut the raspberry canes which were there, and rather than turn into one stalk like they were last year, they have gone mad, and there are now hundreds of them, and they spread underneath the walkways and into other beds really quickly, ferociously quickly, as in mare's tail speed. So we need to dig all of that and everything around here up, leaving only what is under that frame there. And there's my little windsock. The other, you can see there, that one windmill survived because it's wooden, but the plastic one, which was over in front of the onions, that got destroyed by the wind. I have got two more, but I'm only going to put them up when it's not windy. The rhubarb, that you wouldn't believe, but we have in fact harvested a third of that yesterday, or was it the day before? 10 sticks I got from that, and look, it is still huge. We are getting about 10 sticks every week from this, which is amazing. My herb garden, I don't know if you can see, is just beyond. I will actually have a quick nip around here because we've got flowers. You can see now that they're beginning to sort of merge together, and the chives are flowering. Lovely little flowers there. Those will break out like alliums, and there's flowers on our rosemary as well down there, so that's lovely. The new herbs are this row along here, not doing so well at the moment, but it's early days, and as I say, the parsley has come back. Here we've got a load of celery. That was planted recently and it looks to have taken extremely well. In front of that should be spring onions. I can't see any yet. Not quite sure what's going on there. And I'm going to be planting along this little bit. This is a sort of like an overflow bay. We've got some leeks to go in here, or probably will have some leeks to go in here. And I'm thinking that I might have to put coal in there. It's a long story, but anyway. Across here we've got lettuce that's grown from seed, and these cloches are now open to the air, and they are lettuces that are just sort of plants, and all of this needs watering shortly. These are not in fact weeds. These lines, there's 3 lines. One line is up there, one line is sort of along here, and there's also a line along the front. Those are my radishes, so that's good, that's coming along. This is going to be where the sweet peas are, and I need to build the wigwams for that very, very shortly. Where are we? Here, whoops, sorry, apologies for the wind. This is supposed to be beetroot, and I haven't seen any yet. The rest of the beetroot is supposed to go behind it, but I'm waiting to see if any beetroot comes up here at all, because I'm thinking I might actually leave that as spare space for leeks and stuff, because beetroot doesn't seem to be doing so well. We'll see. That's where we're going to go next, over here. So these are basically our successive planting bays. That is to say that we grow, we harvest, we re-sow multiple times a year, or, like in the case of the beetroot, we grow, and when that starts growing, we grow again over here. So we have the harvests at 2 different times. It's called successive planting. That's what we're doing in these bays, sort of across here. These 4 bays along here, these are our rotational bays. There's 4 bays because there's 4 types of things that we're growing. The one over there, that is our potatoes. Haven't got sweet potatoes this year yet, and if we did, they wouldn't fit in here. We've got several lines. There we are, first earlies, second earlies, first mains, second mains, first lates, second late, they're all in. This area is going to be the brassica bay, so you can expect cabbage, you can expect broccoli, purple sprouting broccoli, cauliflower, that sort of thing. Leafy vegetables, basically, are going to be in here, but we haven't actually finished doing this yet. This has been dug over as we speak. You see, that's dug over with the manure. That is not dug over. Our alliums are all over here, and we would do the legumes probably with these alliums. Legumes are peas and beans, but we are not doing peas and beans this year because they are quite hard to do, a bit tricky, take a lot of time, and with everything else we just can't be arsed this year. So we have down here garlic cloves. You can see they're doing extremely well. You can see that they're doing extremely well. The onions under the wire to stop the birds, but we're only a week away from taking it up because they're beginning to poke through the top of the wire. Leeks, and we pop them in holes. You don't fill the holes with leeks. You dig a hole, you fill it with water, and you float the little seedling in it. It beds itself, and it should grow, you know, to fill the hole. We like wide leeks. That's what we're aiming for. Leeks are also going to be sown along here, but we haven't managed to do that yet. Again, that's from plants. What have we got? This area here, this hasn't been touched yet. This is supposed to be our cucumbers, our tomatoes. This is the temporary greenhouse, and the problem is that we had a sort of stand made last year that's broken, so we need to rebuild that, and that's going sort of along here. And then you've got chard, or you will have chard, and strawberries along here. Unfortunately, we never got round to clearing the strawberries at the front, so we've got strawberries at the front as well. And then our fruit area sort of runs all the way across the front there. So we've got the apple tree and our other fruit trees, our currants along here, gooseberries, more currants, a space for where we're going to move the raspberry canes to eventually. And then on the other side, more currants, there's a fig and there's a cranberry down there as well. This area at the front here, this is for large vegetables. So it's going to be the area that we're going pumpkins, squash, courgettes, marrows, sort of along there. And we're probably going to dig up part of the grass with the strawberries. How much we do with the strawberries and clear is up for debate at the moment. Obviously over there you've got my spring bank on the other side there with the gladioli that will be coming up shortly, and that's got our manure bin on that far left, and then the 2 bins for compost. Between the shed and that little shed is where we should eventually have decking plus either a polytunnel or a greenhouse, but that's not happened yet. That's still nursery beds which are overgrown, but we're not doing anything with that. And in front of that you can see the flower bed. The flower bed is full of all sorts of things, and all sorts of bulbs. It's a special little place for my nan as well. We have planted peppers along here, and chilies, just for ornamental purposes really. We've also got things like, where are we there? Alstroemeria, we've got nasturtiums on the way, and as I say, the sweet peas are also on the way. They're sort of going to be over in that corner. The one area that I forgot to mention as I was going around my 4 bays was this bay. This bay is for the root vegetables, and obviously that still needs clearing because that was where the winter veg was left over, so that still needs clearing. Down here we've got carrots, and those are growing under a cloche. All of this will have to be covered along with the brassicas. In this little section here we're going to have carrots as well, but they'll be grown from seed, and right along this end we'll have aubergines. We've got one plant, the rest will be from seeds, and then behind that, over that area, parsnips, swede, and whatever else I can't think for the moment, but there'll be along sort of that bit that still needs doing. And that's about it. The bird scarers are out there. I really do think that is about it. Oh, and the little, yes, them butterflies on bendy sticks that we got, they're out as well. So I hope that has satisfied people. Giving you a daily dose, weekly dose, monthly dose, whatever. I have a few things to do now, so I'm going to say goodbye.